Hi, this is Vicki with the Paper Connection, and I am here to make you a fun card. This is a card that we made on Sunday at my Bunco class. Once about every 3 months, I do a Bunco class where we make 3 cards and we play Bunco. They get lots and lots of prizes, and then there's winners who receive coupons actually towards purchases from the catalog. It's so much fun. And if you live in the Middle Georgia area, I would love to have you be a part of our Bunco games. You can find me on Facebook at My Paper Connection, and you can see all of the events that we have. I think the next one is in January. So anyways, did I tell you that I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States? Okay, well, you probably figured that out when I said Middle Georgia. So anyway, this is such a pretty card, and since it's Saturday and I always like to do a fun folder card, I am going to modify this and turn it in, not this one, but I'm going to turn this card front design into an overlay fun fold. Okay, I don't think I told you in my introduction there, but we are going to use Harvest Hellos. I made a card on Wednesday. If you didn't see that, go back and check it out. Beautiful card with 3 pumpkins. This we're just going to do the one, and we are going to turn it into a fun fold. We're going to use the same colors, the same scheme, and so here we go. So we're starting out now. I don't remember the measurements. Well, actually, I wrote them down for myself. It's 5 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Don't worry about all the measurements. They'll actually be listed below the video. If they're not listed below the video, then there will be a link for my website, which I'm working on, and my husband has been helping me. And it should be up hopefully next week. If not, the description will be in the bottom of the video with all of the supplies, the measurements, and everything. Okay, this is crumb cake. And then we're going to come in with Whisper White. That's going to go right here. So let's go ahead and stamp on that. I'm going to use Memento black ink. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday right here, because I am all the time needing birthday cards. So there we go. Okay, put that to the side. I think the last card I used, I put the leaves next to it. I think I'll go ahead and do that too. Right there. Right there, and I'm just going to color those in. This time I think I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. And you probably, if you saw my last video, you saw my experiment where I determined that I like, now I've done tons of videos where I used my blends going dark, light, dark, and then the light. And I'm asked that question all the time. Well, which one do you start with, and how do you do it? So I did kind of did an experiment on camera, and I decided that I like going light, dark, light. So put these off to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that in. So let's get that right in here. And we'll put that right here. I like to make sure that my margins are around the card are pretty much the same. All right, go ahead and fold that. I'm also asked, how do you fold your paper? Oops, got something on the back of it there. You fold it with the valley on the outside and make the mountain come together. So that's the way we're going to do that right there. You just take your bone folder and go along, and you just crease that really well. I might have to stamp something on the back of that to cover that little spot that I did not know was there. Okay, now what we're going to do, I'm going to bring in a little bit of scrap paper just to protect my surface. And I'm going to bring in soft Seafoam. I'm going to just stamp off on the edges, just random places. I need to turn it because I don't want it to be in the, see how I kind of went in the same direction there? I don't want it going in the same direction. I want it to just be random and all over the place. And I like it for it to go off the page, because when you go off the page like that, it looks like it was cut out. You know how when you cut material, when you cut some material, it'll have a pattern. It looks like that. And I'm going to get the little curly cue out and place that on here and just do a few curly cues to fill in the space. I almost didn't leave enough space over there for myself. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to bring in my this is a checked paper, and it is the DSP, or the Designer Series paper, for the Regals collection. I believe this is the Rich Razzleberry. I believe that's what color that is. And I'm just going, you saw my sinus pill there. I didn't take this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and just stamp my pumpkin in right there, like that. And you want to stamp it at the bottom of your page. And then I'm going to bring in my, I think I am going to just trim this off right here though, because I don't need the leaf and the stem to cut out of this, and I can save that for another project. I mean, I act like I don't have a lot of paper, but I don't want to waste it, right? Okay, then I'm going to bring in my stem. This is Early Espresso. I'm just going to pop it in the corner like that and create myself a stem. Then I'm done with my punch. So I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of my pumpkin. This set also has, as you can see, it also has a apple. I was going to say tomato, but that's not right. It has an apple, it has an apple leaf, and it has like a wedge, and then it has the seeds. So, and then it has the sentiment to an A+ teacher, or feel better soon, because you know an apple a day keeps the doctor away, you know, that sort of thing. Not sure that that's really true, but it sounds good, right? It's a nice sentiment if somebody's not feeling well. Alrighty. And then you'll also notice that there is a thicker end and a thinner end. If you're creating an apple, you're going to have your thin side on the top. If you're creating the pumpkin, then you're going to have the thin side go down. So let me just go ahead and glue that in place. Just like that. Okay. All right. And then I've already cut out a stitch square. This is from the Stitched Shapes, and it is the 4th square. And I love these. If you're going to, I don't know if you can see the stitching in it. There you go. If you're going to purchase, well, and I'll just tell you, this was my first set of shapes that I purchased. It comes with 4 squares, 4 circles, and 4 ovals. And they're not the largest of the squares or the ovals, but they're a nice size. And if you're just starting out with the die cuts and you're looking for shapes, this is a perfect set to get started with. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this on my stitched circle. Okay. And I'm just going to put it right about in here. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of this. Kind of all over the place because I was using this with the last video that I did, and I'm going to create a small bow to go on top of it. So what I do to make bows is, and sorry about the crazy lighting going on here, I'm right in front of the window. I create a bunny ear. I don't knot it first. I create a bunny ear, I create another bunny ear, and then you do just as if you're tying your shoe. You tuck one bunny ear under the other one and go through that little hole. And then you just pull the bunny ears like that. And then you hold on to the knot and you just tug at the ends. That way you can make it as large or as small as you want, and then just tighten up on it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, and then I'll straighten it out. I may even need to tweak those ears just a tad. I do want to tweak it a little bit before I get it on, because I'm going to use a glue dot, and I can see there that the tail actually went through the bow, through the loop. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to use glue dots. I'll use my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to take one and I'm going to roll it up in my fingers. They're so sticky that it still will work just fine after you have rolled it up in your fingers. And then I'm just going to place it right there on top. Kind of smush it in there because I don't want a lot of it showing. Then I'm just going to take my bow and stick it on top like that. Then I will just trim the ends like that. Just however long I want them to be, like that. Whoops, better even those up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, just like this, I'm kind of going at it. I cut everything, but I've not actually made one of these, so I'm just kind of winging it here. But the next thing I'm going to do is to glue this little strip. And again, all of the measurements will be listed at the bottom of the video. And I'm just going to put that strip right here across the bottom, like so. Now, before I mount this on here, I want to place this on here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this onto my piece. And let's make sure which direction it is. I think it's a square. Let's see. Yeah, this is 4 inches square, so it really doesn't matter which direction. And I'm just going to place it right there so that my margins around the bottom are pretty even, like that. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in my card. I'm going to place it where I need it to be, and I do want it to be flush with the bottom of my card. I want to make sure that my margins on each side are even. And then I'm just going to, if I had snail, which I don't, my shipment should be in this afternoon, I would use snail. You could also use tear and tape, but since I have tear and tape, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this. And that way, if it messes up, I still have time to switch it. All right, so then I'm just going to take the top portion here and make sure I've got it where I want it. Okay, then you're just going to lay it down like that, just like so. All right, now I am going to need, oh, surprise! Surprise! I had no idea that was there. Okay, apparently I had been playing with another piece. So, won't they get a nice surprise? Pumpkins and pumpkins. And you know what? I'm going to leave it. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of designer series paper and put it across the top right there. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I had not been prepared before because that's the first time I've ever made this card is while I'm doing it right here on camera. So I went ahead and I pulled some more paper from Come Together DSP, and I cut it at 1 inch by 5 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. Had to adjust my lighting as well. It's a beautiful sunny day today. Cold but beautiful. Should be really fun tonight. I'm going to, my grandson plays trombone. He is a freshman in high school, and he plays trombone with the band, and they are so good. And he's in competition band along with, looking for my dimensionals, y'all. Lost them. Here, pick some up here. He's in competition band along with the marching band and wind symphony, and he is just absolutely amazing. He's 14. He's such a beautiful human being. Handsome, smart, hard worker. Couldn't be more proud of him or my granddaughter. But we're going to go, my husband and I are going to go watch him play at the football game tonight. Okay, let's see. How do I want this? Do I want to go right here? Because I still have to do my sentiment. All right, there. I think I'm going to go, well, let me do my sentiment. I've already cut out a piece of Whisper White using the stitched nested labels. This is the second smallest one. And I am going to, let's see, what am I going to say? Hey there, pumpkin. I think I'll do that. I'm on a quest to make sure I have enough birthday cards. And I think this would make a great birthday card. So, oh, it's too low. Well, how about if I take my soft Seafoam Now let's just put some curly cues in there, just as if it's supposed to be that way. Let's just go around it. I bet nobody will notice unless you tell them. And please don't tell them. Okay, and we'll put some dimensionals under that as well. I'm going to use the tiny ones for this one. So anyway, my husband and I are going to a football game. My daughter and her husband will be out of town. My daughter she's so talented, she makes the most beautiful leather jewelry. If you like leather jewelry at an affordable price, and it is solid leather, she uses the real stuff, you should check her out on Facebook. Her site is B, just the letter B, and then the word musings. Because she talks about, she does different things other than just showing her jewelry online. She gives inspirational talks and different things like that. She's beautiful. She makes the most beautiful jewelry, and she makes lots of women beautiful with her jewelry. She actually had this lady on Instagram who she has like 80,000 followers or something like that, who Bianca sent. That's my daughter Bianca. She sent her. Is that the way I want that? I think I actually want it to go down just a tad. Good thing I didn't press it, huh? I think I want it to be just a little bit lower, maybe like right there. Anyway, she sent this lady some earrings for her to try them out, and the lady gave Bianca a shout out on her Instagram, and it was just crazy. 80,000 followers. So anyway, she's very affordable. She ships all across the United States, so check her out. Okay, I'm done rambling. Aren't you guys glad? But this is my beautiful fun fold card. It turned out so cute. I love it. And it is, I'm not even going to color that. I'm not going to cover that up. I think it looks great just like it is. I kind of wish, and maybe I will put something right across here, because I don't like that sort of thing showing. I don't like the guts of it showing, if you know what I mean. I'm a little bit of perfectionist and a little persnickety about things, but I'm okay with those pumpkins. I think it actually kind of lends some fun and texture to it. But anyway, this is my beautiful card, and I hope that you will try to make this overlay card yourself. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will click subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that little bell, and you'll get notice when my next video comes out. Maybe I won't be quite so chatty next time around, but anyway, have a great day.